Hello everyone, Nick from Yugiohmad here with my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. I'm sorry this has taken me so long to upload. I'm a week late, but I've been really busy at work, so I've not had any chance to do any recordings up to now. I've just got to do this recording and the Blue Eyes recording, and then I'm going to be planning ahead some deck recordings later on for future. So I hope you guys will enjoy this deck profile. There's going to be a few expensive cards in this set, in this deck, but I'm going to try and give you alternatives if I can. But yeah, I hope you guys will enjoy the video. Give the video a thumbs up, like, subscribe, click on the bell icon, and without further ado, let's start this deck profile. Okay, starting us off, 3 copies of the Boss Monster Dark Magician, 2 copies of Dark Magician Girl, because she's the partner, they're two going to bounce off one another, 3 copies of the Apprentice Illusion Magician. She's a nice special summon that searches for Dark Magician Girl, just by discarding 1 card. 3 copies of Magician Souls. This is one of the expensive cards everyone knows about, but for an alternative for this card, you can easily just use Fusion Deployment, because Fusion Deployment special summons out a fusion material. This is on a fusion monster, so if you search for the Dark Magicians and play Fusion Deployment, you can just special summon out Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your deck, but you can only be resorted to fusion monsters. This is one of the combos that starts the whole thing off with the Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl. But the draw power is extra nice as well. If you want to, you can probably add Secret Sword 7 stars or something like that. But ideally, this one for this deck is to special summon Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl out as quickly as possible. Fusion Deployment does the same thing. 2 copies of Keeper of Dragon Magic. This searches for the polymerization, and at the same time, it goes straight into the combo of summoning Dark Magician Girl the Dragon Knight, Dark Magician the Dragon Knight, or Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. 3 copies of Magician's Rod. Another card searches for any spell or trap card but lists Dark Magician in its text. 1 copy of Palladium Oracle Mahad, as this card is searchable with Soul Servant and can easily get it to the field and replace itself with Dark Magician. And 1 copy of the Red Eyes Black Dragon for the Red Eyes Dragoon play. And that's the monsters. I'll just go on to spells and traps now. 3 copies of Soul Servant. This card is an absolute must. This is a 3 of. There's hardly any cards that can replace this one, but if you've got at least 1 copy or 2 copies, I recommend you use it. This card is absolutely fantastic for this deck, and it literally searches for anything and gives you extra draw power. 2 copies of Magician's Circle. I like the banishing effect, and you get the fact that you get to pick up 3 cards and add 1 Dark Magician card from your hand, but I tend to find that 3 is just too much. But that's just my personal opinion. I always prefer using 2 copies of the new field spell, Magician's Salvation. Very nice card to search for Eternal Soul, and then when you special summon 1 of the Dark Magicians, you get special summon the other one back from the graveyard, which I think is a very nice combo to have. 2 copies of Bond Between Teacher and Student. Originally I wanted to go with 3, but I don't have a 3rd one, I'm afraid, but and it's quite expensive. It's like 10 quid a card, so instead of having the 3rd copy, I've just gone with 1 copy of Sage's Stone. So you have Dark Magician, discard special summons Dark Magician Girl, and if you have Dark Magician Girl on the field, discard special summons that Dark Magician. Very fun to use the old Sage's Stone again. It just puts a massive smile back on my face. 1 copy of Red Eyes Fusion. This card, you know, for the Red Eye Dragoon play. This card's also searchable via 1 copy of Red Eyes Dragoon, just to go into the Dragoon play, and it's searchable via Keeper of Dragon Magic. 2 copies of Polymerization. This card is searchable by Keeper of Dragon Magic as well, but these polymerizations are ideally used for the Dragon Knights or the Dark Magicians. 1 copy of Secrets of Dark Magic, another fusion card to go into the Dark Magicians. 2 copies of Dark Burning Magic, because this card is searchable when you activate Bond Between Teacher and Student. So you get 2 monsters and then you automatically get Dark Burning Magic set onto the field. And 1 copy of Piercing the Darkness, as this is based off of Dark Magician. And in terms of the trap cards, I've gone with 2 copies of Eternal Soul to bring Keeper of Dark Magician. 1 copy of Magician's Combination to swap Dark Magician Girl around to negate spell and trap. And 2 copies of Magician's Navigation, because more than likely you're going to have Dark Magician in your hand, so you can special summon Dark Magician and the Spellcaster from your deck, use Magician's Navigation, and it's a nice negate in the graveyard. And that's my spells and traps. I'll just go on to the extra deck now. 2 copies of the Dark Magician the Dragon Knight. Very easy to summon with Keeper of Dragon Magic, counts as Dark Magician when on the field or in the graveyard, and it protects your back row from being targeted or destroyed by your opponent. Since it counts as Dark Magician while on the field or in the graveyard, Eternal Soul also protects it, as well as keep bringing it back from the graveyard when it's destroyed. It's a continuous loop, so 2 copies of Dark Magician Draconite I think is necessary. 2 copies of the Dark Magicians, another fantastic extra deck monster for Dark Magician. This requires one of the Dark Magicians and a Spellcaster, and then when it's destroyed, you get Special Summon Dark Magician and Dark Magician go from your hand, deck or graveyard, and it has a nice effect that when your opponent activates a spell or trap, you can draw 1 card, and if it's a spell or trap you just see it, and you can activate it on the same turn, which I think is absolutely fantastic. 1 copy of Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight. Because it's a Dark Magician Girl deck profile, I just had to have had her in. She's a great card to use as well, so yeah, I just think it was compulsory to get her in. 1 copy of the dreaded Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. I think this card's quite fitting in this deck actually, because it is Dark Magician deck, at least it's just not an engine being used in another deck. But in terms of replacements, you've got alternatives. You've got Starving Venom Fusion Dragon and Predaplant Triffy-Overton. Surprisingly enough, Triffy-Overton's gone up by a lot. It's like 15-20 quid now, or $25. But they're still really good cards to use, because this deck's all dark based. So if you haven't got Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, you can just add these two, or Starving Venom instead, or both of them if you wish. Super Polymerization with this card, with this deck, would be very good to use, or is very good to use. Now going for the XCs, 1 copy of Ebon Illusion Magician. Easy rank 7, just Special Summon Dark Magician from the deck. Goes well with the Magician's Salvation as well, if Dark Magician goes in the graveyard, that is. 1 copy of Ebon High Magician. Yeah, 1 copy of each Ebon card. This card I like using as well, because when it's destroyed by an opponent's card effect, you get to Special Summon a Dark Spellcaster from your hand or deck, and then destroy a card on the field, which I think is really nice to have. 1 copy of Big Eye, just to take control of your opponent's monster. 1 copy of Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, just requires 2 levels 7 monsters. If Red Eyes in the graveyard, you just bring it back and go into other plays. Red Eyes and Dark Magician Gold goes into the Dragon Knights, which I think is another nice combo as well. And finally for the XE, 1 Divine Arsenal Zeus. That's for the XEs. And finally, I've only got 2 Link monsters. Of course, Predaplant Very Anaconda to go for the Dragoon play, and Black Luster Soldier of Chaos, as this is level 7 or higher monsters, so which can easily go into Soldier of Chaos. And that's the extra deck. I'll just go on to the side deck now. Going through the hand traps, I've gone with 2 copies of Effect Veiler, 2 copies of Ash Blossom, 3 copies of the new Crossout Designator. I know this card is super expensive, guys, that's why I put this card in the side deck. If you manage to get 1, just use the 1 and go with a copy of Called by the Grave. Just having 2 cards like that will help you out a lot. But yeah, 3 copies is, I know it's really expensive, but I just put them in the side deck because I know how expensive they really are. 3 copies of Super Polymerization. If your opponent's using dragons or a dark monster, this card will work extremely well with this deck. 2 copies of Dark Magic Attack, as this card is searchable with Eternal Soul. 1 copy of Dark Magic Twin Burst. I just thought, like, because it's a Dark Magician Girl deck, I thought having a card that represents both of them at the same time would be a very nice card to add. I know it's not exactly a fantastic card, but it still represents both Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl working together, which is why, and it's searchable with Bomb from Teacher and Student, which is why I put it in the side deck. 1 copy of Destined Rivals, if Dark Magician's on the field, it's basically a skill drain for 1 turn, and 1 copy of Magicalized Fusion to special summon a spellcaster by banishing monsters from your graveyard. And that is the extra deck. And that's it, guys. That is my Dark Magician Girl deck profile. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give the video a thumbs up, like and subscribe, click on the bell icon so you don't miss out any more of my videos. Just going to give you guys a little bit of a heads up. After the Synchro set that's coming out at the end of this month, which will be 28th of October, I will not be doing any more newer deck profiles in terms of the set from Burst of Destiny. The only set that I might consider that I will do in December will be the Karibo set, because I really love the Karibo brothers. So as soon as they come, I will be doing a deck profile on them. And I think there's going to be some more Fossil Warrior support, so I might be doing a deck profile on that as well. But other than that, I won't be doing any deck profiles from the Burst of Destiny set. And I But I will be doing deck profiles on older sets, older deck profiles, which I hope you guys will enjoy and like as well. Just got to focus on Christmas, because Christmas is very close now, and I can't do two things at once, so that's my only reason. Other than that, I'm okay. Just been busy at work, haven't been able to do much in terms of recordings. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.